when last we left our intrepid adventurers, Scalla goes to pay a call at Lissa's brothel. She's had some time to calm herself down a little bit, and she's invited into the study. They discuss how Lissa is going to pay the money back that she's borrowed. Lissa is unconcerned since business is going well, and the only competition are a group of women that she refers to as wharf rats. Lissa offers to change the name of the brothel and not incur any more debt in Scalla's name. She has money bought out and given to Scalla, telling her that she can have it and send it to the local merchants and cancel much of the debt. She promises to move what's left over to her own name. Now they know that dealing with her is profitable, and she has some standing in the community. Scalla leaves somewhat satisfied. The party has been summoned to the manor. Serrif walks in, and they all begin to head their way up the hill. Scalla confides in Estrellia that June has asked her to marry him, but she's turned him down. Estrellia tells Scalla that her father has placed her in a list to marry June. Estrellia says that she wasn't really sure how to feel about that. However, hearing that he wants Scalla, she's happy for Scalla even if she turned him down. However, hearing that he really wants to marry Scalla, she's happy for her friend. Finn is ecstatic and regales the party with how well he was received by the audience. His woodchopper song was given several rounds of applause. He says that he's added more songs to his repertoire, like The Elf Who Wed a Sheep, and How the Taw Got Her Third Bell. He says that he was worried about when he first came to this world about there not being enough songs in his style. Now he's happy. Akagi and Serrif bring up the rear of the party. Akagi is happy that she's made some money from last night's work and made contact with the local Thieves Guild and received permission to operate in the town. For the standard guild fee, of course. Serrif is dragging. His evil twin killed a Taw last night and left her body in Serif's room. He knows that as soon as they find the body, he will most likely be hung for the crime. He's heard that justice was swift in Sylvia's rest. They arrive at the tower in the hill and are taken into Junico's workroom. The young Chikena is poring over maps. He looks up and catches Serif's eye and tells him he's been looking for him. Serrif is questioned by Chikena Jun about what his future plans are, and Jun reveals that he's building 2 new villages in order to accommodate the sudden influx of people fleeing from the north. The first village, named Kita, honoring his recently deceased wife, is located just over the hill, about 30 miles away. The second is named Martby Borlan, named after a famous prime paladin of Chaldasea. This town is meant to be a trade link with the Empire of Khan. Jun mentions that he would like Serrif to handle the day-to-day running of one of the villages. Serrif is stunned and then says thanks but declines the offer. Before he knew he was the Chikena of Deserata, Junico was close friends with Serrif, and he still looks up to him. He's confused why his friend isn't willing to help him out. Junico says they can talk more about that later, but he does have an urgent mission for them. There's an old road out of the village of Kita. It's known that the road connects with the mysterious empire known as Myoto, through a village known as Mountain Vale. Although not much is known about the empire of Myoto, there is a small trickle of high-quality trade goods that makes its way in from Myoto to Mountain Vale and then Sylvia's Rest. Jun has decided that the trail should be scouted and possibly made into a road in order to bring in more trade from Myoto. He wants them to scout the trail. Jun is careful and tells them not to venture into Myoto territory, which is on the other side of the river Hark. The river marks the primary boundary prescribed by the Emperor of Khan to the Southern Deseradan land grant. The village of Mountain Vale has been included in the Southern Deseradan grant, but the village doesn't know of its transfer yet. He tells them to present the edict to the village, but be careful not to antagonize them. Southern Deseradan doesn't need more enemies. The meeting devolves and they all go their separate ways. Several members of the party go on a shopping spree to buy new clothes. Akagi and Serrif go to the Castilian to draw supplies. Akagi asks Serrif why he's so jumpy today. Serrif tells her about the dead woman in his room. And she says, "I can help you out with that."